Brother Stuart, as a Freemason under 30, I don't like to bring age into the equation. It's also a divisive issue as well. But I'm a firm believer in what I've experienced within Freemasonry to be quite a transformative experience, particularly for a younger man. With yourself being what I would perceive to be an extremely learned brother, what would you say Freemasonry offers to the younger man?
Yes, and we've got some good questions here tonight, Master. Thank you. An opportunity to meet with men of considerable moral stature and worth. An opportunity to mix with them socially, an opportunity to be able to channel whatever feelings he may have towards charitable giving in a systematic way. But it also could, I'm saying could, offer an opportunity to have that kind of centrality, that centering, which he perhaps does not get from his churches. Not that Freemasonry is a religion, or a creed for that matter, but it offers a kind of moral compass, which in this world I think is important, indeed vital, indeed essential, if we are at least to improve, or at least continue to improve. I like the sameness of it. I personally feel it's not conservatism, it's not a conservative attitude. I like the fact that it's the same and it's unchanging. I view it as a light shining in an otherwise naughty world. Okay, yes, it has its faults, and there are disagreements, and there are a lot of politics involved. It depends on how far you go. But that apart, and always remember, and I always remember this, it has no God-given right to exist. It was not created by God, it was created by men for men, and therefore, like all human institutions, is susceptible to the laws of organizational entropy. That has another dimension to it, of course, another aspect that it needs to change, and needs to change quite perhaps to meet the circumstances as it finds itself in the present situation. That's a whole other debate, of course. Young men can bring an enormous amount of talent. It's not just passively receiving things. It's being given an opportunity to present talent and to use the talent in that way. Any lodge that is perhaps suffering from the fact that it doesn't have a really adept treasurer, for whatever reason, but it's got a young man coming in who is really acute and is skilled at book accountancy or that sort of thing, why not use him? Why not put him to use and make him effective and make him useful in that way? It's good to learn things off by heart. It trains the mind. It keeps that part of the thing that we used to do years ago in school, you're far too young to remember, where you used to learn poetry off by heart. I mean, I belong to the generation where you dipped your pen in the inkwell and you used to write and so on, and perhaps there are some brethren here who remember that sort of thing too. I'm not looking at anyone in particular. So there are opportunities there, I think, if a lodge is wise, and not just in need, but wise, to use. Now, yes, you can join an exclusive golf club if you've got the money, or a country club if you've got, or another club, and you could have the social side and so on, and you could certainly have the charity side, perhaps, I don't know. But I don't think they get much moral teaching in a golf club. I don't think you get much moral teaching in a country club. You might do, I don't know. I'm never lucky to belong to them. I don't have enough money to belong to some of them anyway. But I do think that I've derived a sense of stability and a sense of teaching me tolerance of other people. And it's a bit like having the rough edges knocked off you. And you get those done by the associationalism of the lodge. You can be a genius writing your PhD thesis in the quietude of your study or laboratory, and you can do all that sort of thing, become fellows of the Royal Society or whatever and so on. You cannot be a Freemason in isolation. A Freemason needs the company of other Masons around him in order to make that experience a valuable and a vibrant thing. Well, that's the way I approach it. I don't know whether that's answered your question, but it's a very interesting question anyway. Thank you.